Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video, as I'm sure you can see in the title, is my 13-week bump date. You heard that right, we did it. We made it through the first trimester. I am so incredibly happy, relieved, still very anxious, still very cautious, but I'm working on it. So I'm very happy to be able to share with you today all of the fun things that have been happening so far. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I'm Tammie. I make mummy and lifestyle videos here on YouTube. Getting to this point hasn't been easy. I'm not going to talk about that today because I'm trying to put all that in a box over here so that I can enjoy this pregnancy. But this is our 8th pregnancy. I'll have some playlists in the cards up above if you want to go back and follow our journey so far. But for now, I'm just going to jump on into all of the things that have been happening because there is a lot to fill you in on. And this video is probably going to be a long one, so probably best to grab a coffee. You guys are going to be so proud of us this week. I've tried incredibly hard to be thinking positive thoughts over the last couple of weeks. I've made some purchases and some big decisions about baby. I've made plans, and these are all things that I've really struggled with in the past just because of the anxiety and the unknown, and just, I guess, being cautious with my heart and protecting my heart and not bonding and not getting too overly excited. I hope this makes sense. But I have been productive in that sense. I think as a lost mum, this is just something I wanted to say and share with you guys. As a lost mum, it is a lot harder to enjoy the small wins of your pregnancy. It's not something that I ever thought about when I was pregnant with Sam, my firstborn, because I don't know. I've never been exposed to miscarriage or stillbirth before, and I'd not been exposed to much loss, to be honest, either. I've always had a fear of death, and so I've just kind of, I guess, blocked that out. And once you've been through it, I feel like it's very hard to be excited when you know that something could still go wrong. It's this constant war, and I've tried explaining it before, inside your head of, we should do this for the baby, but if we do that now, what happens if we have a miscarriage? It might hurt me later on. I've pretty much come to the conclusion, with a lot of help from you guys, that it is better to have loved and lost than to never have loved at all. So with that being said, I've actually made some steps to work on this nursery. I've bought the baby's bookshelves so we can get them mounted. Matt's going to be doing that in the next couple of weeks, and we're going to start bringing some books out so that I can sit down and read them to Sam, and then he can learn how to read them to the baby, which I'm very excited about. We ordered the cot, which I'm pretty sure I shared with you a couple of weeks ago, so that is a big step for us. I will say I only lay-byed the cot. If things go south in the next couple of weeks, then I can always just take it off lay-by, which, you know, I don't want to do, and we're not going to talk about. But my plan was, and I said this last time, we are going to pick it up after our anatomy scan at 16 weeks. I think we're having an anatomy scan and an echo at 16 weeks. So yeah, we're going to pick it up after that scan and set it up as a celebration of this baby, which I'm going to cry. I'm getting so excited. I'm still so emotional. I honestly can't believe we're here, and I'm so thankful and I'm so happy. I'm just really scared. Oh my goodness. I have started collecting some maternity clothes. I got my very first maternity bra because these babies have grown even bigger, if you can believe that. I swear I'm gonna have to get a breast reduction after all of this. So I bought a maternity nursing bra. It is so much more comfortable. The underwires were really just, they were giving me a lot of grief. Plus it's not good to wear underwire when you are growing and breastfeeding and stuff like that. So I got a new bra. I'm probably gonna go get in a couple more. I tried on these, like, I don't know what you call them. I think they're like sleeping bras. They're just fabric and they cross over. They have zero support. So if you've got boobs like me, you pretty much can't wear them in public. But as far as wearing them around the house goes, I think I'm going to get a packet of those just because it's more comfortable. It kind of holds things in place, not really, but they're comfortable, so that's the main thing. I also bought a pair of leggings from Big W, which is a department store here in Australia, and they are horrible. So if you've got any legging recommendations, let me know. Granted, they were $10. They're see-through. The ankles, even though I sized down, the ankles are like, they're not like leggings. Leggings should be tight against your skin. I don't know. They're horrible, and they're short, and yeah, they're all kinds of bad. So if you've got any legging recommendations, let me know. I do plan in the next couple of weeks to order myself some new clothes. Again, this is one of those things that is really difficult for me because I ordered so many clothes from Old Navy when I was pregnant with Jackson, and they arrived and I only got to wear them for a week by the time they arrived here. So that was really, really hard. So I don't want to spend hundreds of dollars on clothes and then not be able to wear them. Yeah. Can you see this, like, this war in my head? I should just order the clothes and just positive thinking, but obviously financially I don't want to waste money on clothes that I'm not going to wear. But I do need clothes. My pants don't fit, my jeans don't fit. I'm really struggling. I've been living in sweatpants, which is not exactly acceptable in society these days. So yeah, that's where we're at with pants. I do need to order some clothes, but I have started, which is a huge step for me as well, so I'm so proud of myself for that. Another thing that I did this week that you guys are going to be so proud of is I finally installed an app on my phone, you guys. I cannot believe it. It is the Ovia pregnancy app. It is this one right here. It's not really great for information. I don't feel it's great for information. I feel like the Bump app and what's the other one? What to Expect. And I think the Baby Center one, I think they're a lot better than this one, but I couldn't resist this. This is basically what I downloaded it for. This is a little handprint. You can see the little outline. That's a handprint of a baby that is full term, and a footprint, and this is how big baby's hand and footprints are now. Pretty much what I installed it for, but we have an app on our phone, so that is good. That is a big step forward in our preparation. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. That's all we've done in preparation for the baby. I did mention earlier that I had a few appointments in the last couple of weeks. I had my 12-week ultrasound. Unfortunately, Matt was unable to come to that appointment, which I guess it makes it quite hard when you can't take footage, because normally I would have Matt there and he can kind of sneak some footage in. I don't know what your hospitals are like, but ours is pretty anti-cameras and phones taking video and footage. There's signs all up around the hospital, so I'm really hoping that we're able to vlog the birth. That's kind of my main goal. I really want to vlog it. To be honest, I hope it's a full-term birth and I can just have one person in the room. When Jackson was born, I was able to film it. To be honest, he was born and there was no one in the room except for us two, and we rang the nurse after he was born, so or the midwife, and it was just so beautiful that it was just the two of us. Granted, it was different circumstances. He was stillborn. We knew he was going to be stillborn. With Samuel, he was a 32-weeker, so I had, I want to say, a dozen people in my room, which, you guys, I'm pretty modest when it comes to people looking at my lady bits and things like that. So that was an interesting experience. Yeah, I guess for me, I hope that everything goes smoothly. We have a full-term baby, although I've never had a full-term baby before, and I'm to be honest, low-key kind of terrified. My biggest baby was 4 pounds 4 ounces, or 1.94 kilos, so teeny tiny babies. Jackson was 330 grams, so yeah, I don't know how this is gonna go. I haven't really thought that far ahead yet. If it's full term, I'm having an epidural. If they do not give me the epidural this time, I swear I'm gonna be pissed. Last time with Samuel, I don't know if you've watched my birth story, but once we finally realized I was in labor, I had him like 40 minutes later, and the whole way up to labor and delivery, I was like, I need the epidural, I need the epidural. This is not part of my birth plan. I was like screaming at the midwife, and they're like, just pant it out. I'm like, this is not part of my birth plan. It was like so insane. I did it, I managed. I'm sure I could manage again, but I want the epidural. Anyway, this is the ultrasound picture from 11 weeks and 2 days ultrasound. So this was a NT scan. I think that's what they call it, an NT scan. They were checking to see the measurements and things like that of the baby. It's not a great picture. Like I said, unfortunately Matt didn't get to come with me, so this is all I have, which is a little bit sad, but at the same time he's going to be there for my next ultrasound, which is going to be at 16 weeks, and I'm hoping he can sneak a little bit of footage for you guys, because that footage is all we have really of Jackson's pregnancy progressing, and it meant the absolute world to me. So yeah, hopefully we can get that. I do have some measurements saved in my phone. Let me see if I can find them. So the NT measurement that they were looking for, which is the thickness at the back of the skull, they said it had to be under 3.5 millimeters, I believe, I could be wrong, to rule out, or be one of the things to rule out Down syndrome, and baby had a measurement of 1.7 millimeters. So they were really happy with that. In my blood work, the results came back that for Down syndrome and trisomy 18 was 1 in 1,100. So they said they were really good odds that nothing was going to be wrong. I do have some printed out blood work results here. Let me see if I can find them. I know she gave me some printouts of my blood results. I don't know if this means anything to anyone else or if you even care, to be honest, but just for my own records, I wanted to put these in. There was something that kind of has me a little bit worried, and that was something that was found on my dating scan, which no one has actually mentioned to me before now, which I think is a little bit weird. But I do have a fibroid on my uterus, which is measuring 40 millimeters by 26 millimeters by 35 millimeters. I don't really 100% understand it right now. I don't know if I need to have surgery to have it removed. The midwife was saying if it grows too big, I might have to have surgery later on. I guess if they get to a certain point, you might have to have a hysterectomy. That terrified the crap out of me. So I don't really know what the results of that are going to be. I've heard that a lot of pregnant women have fibroids, and a lot of women in their 30s get fibroids. So sometimes they just go down by themselves. I've had so many ultrasounds in the past checking for endometriosis and tilted uterus and things like that, and no one's ever mentioned a fibroid before. So this is something that's just come up in this particular pregnancy. But yeah, I guess that's just something that we have to be mindful of, and something that I wanted to mention. If you've had a fibroid, let me know what the outcome was. Did it go away? Did you have to have surgery? Like what should I expect? Because I am trying to stay calm and positive. I don't really want to get onto Dr. Google. I'll probably talk about it with my specialist at my next appointment next Tuesday, but it was something that, yeah, it kind of scared me. It had me worried a little bit. Most of them are benign, but some of them can be cancerous, which again has me quite worried. Also, I haven't had a pap smear since I was pregnant with Samuel, and just given my circumstances, it's not something that I really want to do until I've given birth this time, but it's something that I'm definitely going to be doing after this baby is born. But yeah, if you haven't had a pap smear recently, go and have one, because you never know what's going on. But other than that, they said that everything looked fine in my ultrasound. They didn't get a proper look, I think she said, at the baby's liver or kidneys. Can't remember which one it was, but it was because it was a little bit early. But like I said, I couldn't have the ultrasound any later because that's just the only time that I could get booked in. Another appointment that I've had since I last spoke to you was my midwife appointment, and I finally got an orange book, you guys. For those of you who don't live in Australia, this is a pregnancy record that you take with you to all of your appointments. You carry it in your bag. If anything ever happens to you, the doctors, like if you're in a car accident or whatever, touch wood, none of that ever happens, but for whatever reason, you always take this with you wherever you go, and it's got all of your medical records in there, all of baby's medical records in there. Everything that you need to know is in here. So this is my orange book. I am so excited to finally have been able to get that. That was a huge step forward for us. I know that it probably doesn't mean a lot to a lot of people, but when you've had as many early miscarriages as we have, it's one of those things that means it's progressing, it's getting there, and it was really, really exciting for me to get. So I'm very, very excited. I'm very happy. I'm very proud. Let me know if you get something like this anywhere else in the world, because I'm curious to know, is this just something that's done in Australia, or is this a worldwide thing? Do you carry like something with your own personal records on it? yeah, let me know. The other appointment that I had in the last couple of weeks was my first appointment with the Maternal Fetal Medicine unit. I think I discussed this in my last video. I was super anxious about this appointment. I have no idea why. I guess it's because I wasn't really sure what to expect. The last time that I met with Maternal Fetal Medicine was when we got our 20-week ultrasound results with baby Jackson, and were told that he had hyperplastic left heart. And I really only met with them a few times in that couple of week period. Every time I had a question or a query, or I wanted to speak to a specialist, I could call there, or I could visit whenever I wanted. But I only really had that contact with them for a couple of weeks, and I never had any of these pre-appointments with them. So I really didn't know what to expect. And it was a really, really good appointment for me. In hindsight, I shouldn't have been so worried. We just went through all the things that are going to happen over the next couple of weeks, all the appointments, all the steps that we're going to be taking. So I am going to be having, like I said earlier, my 16-week ultrasound, which is my anatomy scan. And I think they're going to have a heart specialist in that appointment as well. I can't remember, sorry, baby brain. Pretty sure we're going to be having a heart specialist there, or a heart specialist is going to be overseeing the heart and making sure that everything is okay based on the ultrasound. I'm then going to have a follow-up ultrasound appointment on the 18th, and both of those appointments I'm going to be going straight. I'm going to have my ultrasound and then go straight over to MFM and have a meeting with them, and they're going to discuss with me the results of the ultrasounds. So I'm really, really happy. I've got a great team of doctors and midwives around me helping us through this journey, and yeah, there was nothing to be worried about. The doctor from MFM actually prescribed me another morning sickness medication to help with our all-day morning sickness, all day and night. So I've been upgraded to an 8 milligram ondansetron or Zofran tablet, up to I think 3 times a day, or as needed. Like if I need to take more than that, I can, but I should probably ring my doctors first. And just discuss it with them. And then I'm also taking Maxilon as well, so in conjunction, there's no I can take them at the same time, or I can stagger them throughout the day. So I haven't actually needed to take any of the Maxilon yet. I've taken the ondansetron a few times, but I feel like just in the last couple of days things seem to be getting a little bit easier for me, which is great. It's really, really good news. So last Saturday I felt pretty good for the most part of the day, actually. It gave me a lot of anxiety because obviously you can't feel baby moving yet, you can't hear baby's heartbeat with a fetal Doppler, so I don't know if something has gone wrong, which is why I've started feeling a little bit better, and that is just that whole war in my head again, which I'm trying to really block out. But yeah, on Saturday I felt somewhat normal for the first half of the day. I managed to get so much housework done. If you watched our last vlog, I was in shock with how much I had let things slide. You guys, I had over 6 loads of laundry that needed to be done. That's disgusting and insane at the same time. I have really let things go for this first trimester. I've really just focused on myself and this baby. I've rested when I felt I needed rest. The house has kind of gone to crap and I didn't care. Matt helped me out wherever he could. But ultimately the two of us agreed that this baby was more important than doing housework. So we kind of let a lot of things slide and let a lot of things get quite far behind, and it felt really, really good to catch up. So I'm really happy that I felt good for about half a day. About lunchtime I started feeling nauseous again and I had to lay down. Hopefully this is a sign of things to come and things start improving in terms of how sick I've been. Sunday I was a bit of a wreck, to be honest. Yeah, I wasn't well on Sunday. I was sick on Sunday. Monday again I felt strangely okay in the morning. It hit me around lunchtime again. I actually went and had my teeth cleaned, and it was just after that I started feeling really nauseous again. So yeah, that's why the vlog kind of ended abruptly on Monday. And then Tuesday I was a little bit nauseous all day, to be honest. I took the medication in the morning to help with that, but it hit me again in the afternoon, and by mid-afternoon I was out for the count. So yeah, things are progressing in that aspect, and I feel like it's all because of the medication, but again, it could be that things are changing. My body feels like it's changed in the last, I want to say week. And this is where, again, like the anxiety is, it's creeping up, and it's really, really hard to put a lid on it. Once you hit that 13-week mark, your ligaments start loosening up and everything starts to feel a bit better. So I don't have that constant pressure on my bladder anymore, which is good. But yeah, I feel pregnant, but I don't feel pregnant. Does that make sense? Like, I'm still able to lay on my belly, and I don't think that I was ever able to do that at this point. Like, not like flat on my belly, like kind of on my side, but on my belly. Like, I'm a belly sleeper. I sleep kind of tilted with my leg over. I don't know if that makes sense. Like, I kind of sleep half on my front, half on my side, and I've been able to continue doing that. So I'm not really sure what's happening down there, but it's getting a lot easier, so I guess it's a good thing. I don't really know. I thought by now I would feel a lot more pregnant, to be honest. I feel like I haven't been this pregnant in a really long time, and I've only been this pregnant twice. So I don't know what I should be feeling. I can't remember. And yeah, it's scary for me. It's exciting, but it's scary. I think, you know what, I would definitely relax a lot more if we haven't been through what we've been through. I think a lot of it is always that question in my mind, like, oh, baby's heart stopped beating, or something really, really bad. There's always that really, really bad thing that, you know, keeps holding me back from being super excited. But I'm trying really hard. I'm very proud of the steps that I've made this week. I think that's pretty much all there is to update you on. There isn't a whole lot more. Like I said, sickness is improving, which is great. I'm still vomiting here and there, but not every day. I still feel nauseous quite a bit. The medicine helps. Medicine also makes you very constipated, which is probably TMI, but yeah, just the constipation has been really, really hard the last couple of weeks. So that's a fun fact for you. Yeah, there's not really much else to update you guys on. I'm hoping that everything is still going well. I have an appointment next Tuesday with my specialist, so I'm sure I'll get an ultrasound then, and I'll get to see Bub. I wish that they were able to do an ultrasound in my midwife appointment, but they're not allowed to, and she said it was too early to hear baby's heartbeat on the fetal Doppler, so we didn't get that opportunity. And yeah, that was kind of a bit upsetting for me. I was expecting to get some kind of reassurance at that appointment, and I've had reassurance every week or every other week leading up to this point, and now it's been a couple of weeks, and yeah, it's really hard to know what's going on in there. And oh my gosh, I'm getting into that point again. So yeah, I have that appointment next Tuesday, and then I have my 16-week ultrasound on the 19th. And then I have another appointment, I think it's like on the 2nd. I have to double check that, but that is pretty much my update. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you for sticking around. Thank you so much for all the love and support, both on Instagram and here on YouTube on my videos. I appreciate the comments and love so much. So thank you very, very much. I'm going to end this video with a bit of a belly shot so you guys can see my belly. I'm nervous to do this because I don't really look pregnant. I just look fat, which is fat person problem. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. We'll see you in our next update. Thanks for watching. Bye. You guys, I am about to do the belly shot. It's the next day. I did want to share with you though, I went to Kmart today and I actually found all their maternity clothes. They've just moved them. If you are looking for maternity clothes, they are in the underwear section now. I know, right? Who knew? Anyway, I did pick up a couple of things. I think you guys are going to be really proud of me because this is the first kind of, I guess you'd call it splurge, pregnancy-wise. I picked up a pair of leggings. These are like a biker legging. I'll see if I can show you the tag in case you're wondering. There we go. They're like a biker legging, so they've got like the patterns on the knee. I don't think you're going to be able to see because they're all black. But I got those for $17 and I got 2 of these nursing tanks for $4 each. $4, you guys. I was so impressed by my finds. I wanted to share it with you guys in case you needed some stuff too. Obviously, I don't really need the nursing function just yet, but I'm I'm gonna need it at some point, so why not get it while it's on clearance. I did want to share with you guys my belly though, and so this is it so far. I definitely don't look pregnant, I just look fat, but I have put on a little bit of weight just around my lower belly, and it's getting really uncomfortable to wear pants. I really like the high panel pants. That's the type of pant that I like when I'm pregnant, so that's what I'm wearing right now. Yeah, this is my belly so far. Can't really tell, I just look a little bit fatter than normal, but yeah, I just wanted to share with you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Oh damn, I've been feeling something for you lately, and I am trying so hard to just stay cool. Oh man, I think I might be going crazy.